Hello all. So this is the list of experiments for digital image processing laboratory. You can see that there are 17 experiments, out of which 16 experiments are your lab experiments, and the last one is a mini project based on medical image processing. So you have to finish all these experiments and complete the mini project for your lab assessment. So you can see that the first experiment is image sampling and quantization. So what is image sampling and what is image quantization? So as you all know, sampling is you break the image into its smaller size so that the image resolution gets minimal. So that is what image sampling is. And then image quantization, you make the sampling in the intensity level. So if you do the sampling in the size of the image, then it is image sampling. If you do the sampling in the image intensity or the pixel level, then it is quantization. So here I'll try to explain the sampling code. So as you can see, the first command is CLC. In CLC we try to clear the command window so that if there is any output which is there in the command window already, it will be cleared. Second one is clear all. So this clear all is used to clear the variables that are present in the workspace. And third command, you can see that it is a close all. So here what we try to do is we try to close the figure windows that are present, and this line you can see we are trying to read the image, that is peppers.png. So that will be used to load the image. So first we are trying to clear the command window, second we are trying to clear the variables, third we are closing all the figure windows which are already open, and then we are loading our image. So imread is the function which is used to load the image into the MATLAB. So IM stands for image and read is for reading the image. So we are reading peppers.png. Peppers.png is a pre-loaded image which is available in the MATLAB software, and then we are converting the image to double type. So in MATLAB, file formatting is very important. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to read an RGB image. RGB stands for red, green and blue channel. So we are trying to read an color image and then we are converting it into double. Then we are creating an array which consists of three variables, sx, sy and sz. So these three variables will be assigned to the size of the image. I is the image. So size of I is the 3 channel, that is RGB image. So we are taking the size of each channel and loading it into individual variables. And then what we are trying to do is we are trying to divide the image at each scale and then we are trying to display it. So we are trying to display the image in three different scales. So first one is 256. So we are trying to read the image and then in the x plane we are dividing it by 256, in the y plane we are dividing it by 256, and then in z plane we are keeping the size as usual, and then we are trying to display the image by converting that into an unsigned integer 8. So in unsigned integer 8 it can take only values from 0 to 255. So we are trying to display the figure in figure 1, and then we are going to display using the command imshow. So figure 1 creates a new figure window and imshow is used to display the image. So this is how we do the size reduction, that is sampling for the size of 256. Next we are trying to sample for the size of 128. So the same code here, instead of 256 we are dividing the image planes by 128, and then Z plane we are just keeping it as such and then converting the image to unsigned integer and then displaying the figure in a new figure window, that is figure 2. And again we are repeating the same. Here we are trying to sample for the size of 64 and then we are trying to convert it into unsigned integer 8 and then display it in a new figure window. So when you do that you will get three different figures. So let me show this in the MATLAB window. I'll copy this code and then I'm going to my MATLAB. So whenever you try to access this app, it takes some time because it is connected to the cloud. So here I'm in my command window. So go to the command window and then paste, and now I'm trying to run the code by clicking the go button. So it's evaluating the code. So here you can see that the figure is displayed. So this is the first figure window. So the image, as you can see, the size is reduced. Here it is again reduced, and this is the 64 size image. As you can see, as the image sample size is reducing, the image resolution is also reducing. So first, when it is in the size of 256, it has some lesser resolution. Here at the size of 128, the resolution is much lower, and when you look at the 64 sampled image, the resolution is very low. Resolution is how clear the picture is. That is what the resolution is. So now let me just show you the original figure. Just type figure of a new figure window is displayed, which is a blank figure window. So now I'm trying to display the original image here. I am show off. That is a typo error. I just typed I am show. So this is your original figure. So as you can see, the original figure is a color figure and it is having a very high resolution. Now when you do sampling, you can see that the size is changed and also the resolution is changed. Now instead of displaying all in a separate figure window, what we can do is we can just display all in a single figure window. So now again, as you can see, I am typing all the codes in my command window without semicolon, so you can see the output in real time. So here what I am trying to do is I am trying to plot all the figures in a single window. Subplot 2 comma 2 comma 1. Here what I am going to do is I am going to divide the figure window into 4 cross 4. So it will have first 2 stands for 2 rows, second 2 stands for 2 columns, and in the first position I am going to display my original image. So I am show of I. So you can see that on the top first position the original image is displayed. Next I am going to plot the second sampled image, that is the size 256 image. I am show of VQ underscore 256. That's the figure name, right? Yes, VQ underscore 256. So now I'm going to display that, and that is, as you can see, in the second position it is displayed. Now I'm going to go to the third position, 2 comma 2 comma 3. You can display any number of figures in a single figure window and check the output when you are working with multiple images. But when you want to save the output, you can always go for a separate figure window. So again it's adjusting the variables. Now I'm going to display VQ128 there, and again subplot 2 comma 2 comma 4. I'm going to display my quantized figure, that is size 64. So it is displayed here. So now instead of having separate figure windows, 3 different figure windows, I have displayed everything in a single figure window. So here you can compare the figures more clearly. So previously we had separate figures, so we had no idea how the image size is varying or the resolution is varying. So now with this picture you will be able to see that the original image is colorful and it is very clear in resolution. Size 256 is much lower, and then size 128 is very low, and then size 64 is totally having no resolution at all. So this is how you compare 4 different figures. So here you can give the figure title also for each figure so that you can have a better comparison. So again I am going to give a title, sampling. So whenever you give commands, always put it in single quotes. So here you can see when I give the title sampling, it takes the most recent figure and then gives the title for that. So when you are executing this kind of quotes, when you give I am show and then give title, for that particular figure it will assign the title. So here when I have given title as sampling, it has assigned the title to the last, that is the most recent figure. So now as you can see, we have multiple figure windows open here. So now when you give close all in your command window, you can see that all the figure windows are closed. When you try to click on the figure window, it won't open because all the figure windows have been closed. Now what I am doing is I am going to give CLC. So now the whole command window is cleared. So whenever you are running the code in your command window, the output wouldn't be saved. So that's why you should go to files and then click the plus and then create a new file. So name it as dip experiment 1, and then here go to the file, so go to the file, copy the code, come back to MATLAB, paste it. So whenever having things that are not part of the code, always put a percentage at the beginning. So when you put percentage in the MATLAB script or a MATLAB command window, it turns green, which means that you have just commented that script. The command won't be executed in your MATLAB. So percentage stands for commenting. And here you can see that the variables within the single quotes and this all are in violet color, which means that those are the variables in the MATLAB. So now this is the code. I'm going to run this code. So this MATLAB script is now executed and you get the output in 3 different figure windows. So this is how you do the sampling.